I'm fucking tired, man. Ugh, been on a diet for a week, maybe. The Daniel fast. It's actually something that comes from Christianity. Somebody, buddy told me about recently. And I like it. I really like it. It's good shit, but god damn it, I'm feeling it. That plus I haven't really been sleeping. I've been getting to sleep till fucking like mid morning. Some bullshit there. I don't know what's up with that. It was the same way last year around this time. So. But I was standing here running my mouth with myself and figured I may as well just fucking set my phone up and talk to y'all. Okay. I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. I get lost here. I don't know. I'm tired. Oh, last night was pretty fucking wild. Had a damn period after I went in there and laid down after like 2:30 or something. There was like a couple hours that just like I fucking opened up into God, and God began speaking to me. And like, remember I told y'all how I connected everything. The first time I connected to God, I like connected my life together and pieced it all together. Well, last night it was like, man, it was just like there was fucking so many pieces that all just connected together. It was pretty wild, actually. I actually kind of laid in there and cried for a while, like not really a bad type of cry, but like what I went through before, what I told y'all before, not in video, but in messages on Facebook, where if you deal with frustration long enough and you sit with it and you sit through it, oftentimes it will break and turn into sadness or something. I don't want to say sadness, because it wasn't really sadness. It was just like healing, more like healing tears, like it's a healing process. If you can manage yourself through that frustration all the way through it to the end, you'll eventually hit a break in it. And it's just like I was talking to my buddy the other day about it. It's like a fever breaking, you got to deal with a fever, but eventually it's going to hit a point where it breaks and everything just opens up. And that's what happened with me last night. And holy shit, dude, there's so much shit that come into me. Like that lasted for, I don't know how long it lasted for. It lasted for a while. I'd say a solid 30 minutes, or possibly an hour or something. I don't know. Hell, I don't know. And I think that is also part of this fast that I'm doing. Part of that, not eating meat. There's no meat in it. Just rice. I've been eating rice and like fried fucking. I mix up onions and peppers and broccoli, carrots, shit like that, fried up. A little bit of olive oil. I got away from vegetable. I don't like fucking vegetable oil anymore. It's not as clean as olive oil. I noticed that shit doesn't, olive oil kind of burns up a bit quicker, but seems to do better in the pan, not just frying pans, but like skillets and stuff too, cast iron skillets as far as stuff not sticking. Look at that, dude. I ain't even no chef, but fuck, we're learning. I learned some shit as I go. Trying to think of some of the stuff that come to me last night that I could share. See, I woke up this morning. I deal with that. That's something I kind of deal with here lately is waking up in the mornings. It's like I wake up in a period of darkness. It takes me a while to get fucking loosened up and shit. And morning times or when I first wake up is like a struggling period, I guess. So, I woke up this morning, it was like I didn't feel that, I wasn't getting that strong voice and that connections and everything with God, and like all that stuff wasn't flowing into me like it did last night. So, hard to talk about shit when it's not there in your mind to talk about, And I don't know why it's not coming to me either. I was sitting here having a hell of a conversation with myself, but I was kind of actually aggravated, I guess. But I was talking to myself about feminism. That's one of my biggest things there, I guess. Really it is. Oh, fuck. Don't pay no attention. This is my sleep shit, like, I ain't nasty, but I do wear, I got sleep clothes. Pretty much wear it for a week. Put it on in the evenings and take it off whatever. I don't know. Not running around sweating in it shit. I'm not a nasty person at all. I don't like that shit. So, you may see me in the same clothes though. I was bitching to myself about feminism. It's still the aspect of how masculine men are having trouble being integrated back in the world, true masculine. And a lot of the reasons is a lot of women don't even know how to recognize true masculinity. They chase after false confidence and pretty boys and fancy guys that are able to impress them with words or material things or y'all want to see some shit? See me make a mess? Let's see. I like playing with my food, right? That's a nice little skill I've learned here since I started my fast. So, but they chase after these fucking idiots, man. I've watched it ever since high school, and just any man who had confidence. That's what drives me crazy. A lot of women say confidence is key, but here's the goddamn thing what I've seen so much of. Confidence is so easy to fake. There's so many men, the only thing that a man has to do to portray confidence is oftentimes just be loud and not be afraid of touching on a woman's boundaries, because that's something women like. Women like being nudged and shit. They call it edging, and there's that fucked up community that they started there, back in the 90s or early 2000s. Men going out and I forget what they called themselves. Some kind of community where men learned how to go out and literally figure out the inner workings of women and learn how to go out and pick women up. Pretty much any woman they want. They learn how to work that system and play the game, right? I don't have no fucking use for that, but that's what I say. There's a lot of men that learn how to do that at young ages. They learn to they call it edging, to push you just to your boundary, because that's like women like that. That's like a thrill. That's an excitement. It gets you excited, and hell, we all like that. Even men. Like women tease men a little bit, and I personally I like being teased a little bit, not too much. I don't like being teased and then not fucking getting what you're teasing me with. You know, it's like a dog. You don't fucking tease the motherfucker and just aggravate the fuck out of it and not give him a treat. You know, you may do a little or something, have fun, but you got to give the motherfucker the treat, you know. Y'all, there's so many goddamn women these days, they just tease. That shit ain't no good. You're going to piss a motherfucker off. Okay? That ain't good to go through life doing that to men. Okay? That frustrates men. That leads to very bad things. Bad things when you do this with men. I may not have been a extremely masculine man throughout my life, as in the fact that I allowed myself to come out, but I have always had pretty well very good control of myself. But I've always had goddamn very good control of myself because that's what I learned to do. Hold myself in and control myself instead of letting myself be free and open. But I don't know, I always drove to the fucking point of breaking. And buddy, it took a lot. It took a hell of a fucking lot. That's one thing I did realize last night laying in bed was just exactly how much fucking shit I have really been through. Even just since I got out of the military, man, I got out in Christmas Day of 2016, so 6 years. This was what, 2023, right? Yeah, 6 years, right at just a little past 6 years. And motherfucker, dude, I was just thinking about things like I couldn't even begin to try to explain to y'all all the fucking shit that I've been through. The pain and suffering and everything, the hell, you know? And I realized, I don't know, I guess I realized how fucking strong I really was on the inside. I had a hell of a lot of goddamn strength and power inside of me. I'd say far more than most people. That egg was a little, I don't know, a little iffy. I think it's good though. We're gonna eat it. Pretty sure it's good there. So I'm still trying to figure out how to do what I need to fucking do as far as, I don't know really, bringing the masculinity back in. Because it's a game. It's just like a game, like a man and a woman coming together, you know. There's like, you text one another, you want to know what the hell's going on? Stuff there and there. Trying to be actually respectful with women and be a good, decent man and still make connections with them these days is, goddamn, that motherfucking shit's hard. Because, like I said, they don't. A lot of women aren't fucking interested in that shit. There's not a whole lot about me to get you excited if you're looking for fucking, I don't know, if you're looking for materials or personality and just meaningless bullshit conversation to arouse you and get you excited, you know. I don't know. I never learned how to fucking do that shit. But it ain't just me, it's many. I mean, hell, there's a lot of men, a lot of damn good men that I know. Grew up and never really had a girlfriend, or if they did, it was just very little here or there. They didn't really get much attention from women because they weren't those outgoing, cocky fucking jocks or whatever in school. So, I better not do it now. I got eggs in there. I don't know how that works. So as women, I mean, I realize I try to talk to women. Women need to wake up and realize this, and need to start um, looking for internal characteristic qualities in men instead of just allowing men to fucking come in and get you all aroused up and excited, and then the next thing you fucking know, like you're in a goddamn relationship with a fucking asshole who doesn't give a fuck about you. He just, I don't know, want a piece of ass or something. Or a lot of them, they get what they want and then they run off. Um, and the woman's wondering, like, she's left there, like, oh, well, what the fuck happened to me? I don't know, you know, piece of shit. He was a piece of shit. Well, you're kind of right, but at the same time, he was very, very fucking naive. That's something women need to do these days, is learn to open their minds up and actually see through that bullshit. And men do need to do the same thing too. I guess I need to do the same thing. Cause like I say, I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. Life's always teased me. You know, there's always, like, I've never been able to reach out and connect with women on my own, but life has always had, and it's been beautiful, good looking women come to me. It's always brought beautiful women to me. The thing is they usually have issues, just like I did. I had issues, so they had issues, right? and I guess that was my fault. I never learned to recognize my own issues. And maybe if I had it, you know, I guess I wouldn't have dealt with that. Huh? I don't know. I encourage men. I encourage men all the time. Stop fucking chasing after goddamn women that just want to tease them. So, you know, I'm not just after women here. I do hit on the subject of women more so than men when it comes to this, because feminism is in power in this country. Without a doubt, the feminine energy is much stronger than the masculine energy in this country. I mean, my God, I got to say, that's the only reason I'm probably able to do what I'm doing right now, to allow my feminine side out. You know, it is, because that's a dominant energy right now, and I'm safe doing that. So, don't think that I'm again, nothing I do is, everything I do is in the name of God. It's in the name of love and harmony and unity. It has nothing to do with men or women. I've had issues with both, on both sides of my family, my mother and my father. You know, I've had pretty well equal issues with men and women throughout life. Like I said, women tease me. I didn't really have much to do with me, but I've also, all my life, I've stayed away from most men, because I don't like most men, because they're just fucking cocky, arrogant fucking pricks, you know. They put on a show because they get what they want by that. They're confident. They are confident because they know what the fuck they're doing to get what they want. So that is confidence. That's why you women, y'all got to be careful with that confidence shit. Yeah, confidence is a key ingredient. It's a wonderful thing. I ain't gonna say it's a key ingredient. There are tons of good, great fucking men that aren't confident, and the only thing that they need from you, that's what y'all have failed to realize. That's why I get on to the feminine women for abandoning the actual divine feminine essence. The only thing many of these men need is literally just a little bit of fucking love and nourishment and care, attention, affection. They don't need much. Many of these men who lack confidence, it just takes the slightest little fucking thing, dude, and you could see drastic changes in them. I mean, but they aren't getting that. They're neglected. You know, a divine feminine is not really very present amongst women these days. Just like the divine masculine's not. God is not very present amongst our society. God is absent from most of our society. So it's really not an aspect of man or woman or masculine and feminine. It is an aspect of lack of divinity. Y'all gonna see how I make my food here. I like to do shit weird. So yeah, it's a lack of God. It's just a lack of pure divinity on both sides. Build some damn rice in the floor, man. I don't know. It might be about all I have to hit on. I don't know. Give me a minute. I'm not going to go for an hour like I did yesterday. Shit. I don't know. I guess. I don't know. I don't really have a whole lot much more to say about that. I'm actually trying to get away from the whole masculine and feminine as far as I separate them, okay? The reason I separate them is because there's internal issues, right? Just like, let's say you got a goddamn motor and something fucking fucks up inside the motor, inside of it. You have to tear it apart in order to fix it, right? So we had, there once was a time, this is why I got a good at least 10 more minutes here, because I just remembered something last night. This is why I stand up so much for the old ways that people used to do things. They had a motor. Or you could actually say they didn't have a motor. They had goddamn horses and shit, horse and buggy. You know, they had old-fashioned tools and stuff and means of transportation. They had methods of transportation that did not fucking have mechanical issues and fail and fuck up the way that our modern day shit does. Of course, they had their own issues. They had different issues. Regardless, okay, I don't want to confuse the fuck out of y'all. They had a very fucking well-built motor. All right, anybody knows anything about motors? I don't know a whole lot, okay? Let's just say they got an old goddamn 350, an old Chevy motor, right? A goddamn tough son of a bitch. Everybody knows that. They had a very fucking well-built motor, and it run for a long goddamn time without needing any fucking work or anything done to it, okay? And to be honest with you, there's still nothing wrong with it at all. I mean, a 350 can be goddamn worked on and rebuilt and fixed fucking for days, man. Unless I at least used to be that way. I don't know. I like to say I'm not a mechanic. I don't keep up with all that shit. But nowadays we got away from that. We created new engines. We got all this technology, this electronic shit and stuff. So you could say we developed problems though, or we got tired of dealing with the problems we had, whatever. So we had to tear ourselves apart and fucking rework ourselves. Okay, there's lots of goddamn struggles going on with that. Lots of problems, you know, especially when you create something new because you don't know what's going to come out of it. So we created a new fucking engine here. And just like our fucking modern day vehicles, there's so much electronic shit on them, we have not perfected what we have created yet. The old 350 was perfected. It was a very fucking strong, well-built motor. It was a perfected outcome of the old way of living, okay? Where we're at right now, we're in the early stages of a new lifestyle, so we have not perfected things. Things are still rough. Things fuck up. When things fuck up, you got to go in and tear shit apart. Now, these days, we tend to forget that these days because we have so much fucking money, you know. It used to be people worked on their own shit quite a bit because it was easier to work on. Nowadays, it's like you go pay somebody. You don't see the work that's involved. You don't see the tearing apart of the fucking vehicle or a motor or whatever and then putting it all back together. And oftentimes, it doesn't even happen. A lot of times, man, something fucks up in the motor, they throw the whole fucking thing away and put a new one in because it's cheaper and easier. So, you know, we've developed a very, I don't know if it's bad or not. Personally, I think it's a very wasteful type of fucking lifestyle these days. And I'm talking about motors, but it is the same way in our fucking relationships. When a problem fucking arises, something goes bad, and instead of fixing it, we're like, fuck that, it's easier to throw it away and go get a new one. And I don't agree with that. We all talk about spiritual growth and spiritual evolution, and you got this shit nowadays about the twin flame and da-da-da. And everybody says, well, if you don't fit together, if you have problems, it'll just go find somebody else. You're with the wrong person. That's a fucking lie. I know people who do the twin flame journey, okay? That spiritual journey. God brought them together. They both agree on that. And they both have fucking struggles that they go through in developing themselves, okay? So when two people come together, it's already because God brought them together. You don't really have to pray about it. God brought them together. Otherwise, they would never come together in the first place, right? That's how the law of attraction works. So I think genuinely, for the most part, we need to get back to a place where we stay together, learn to work our fucking problems out instead of just throwing it away and getting something new. That's hurting us. Well, it's hurting us. It's just destroyed quality of life. It has destroyed our aspect of God, any divine aspect that we had. So, I might have 10 more minutes. It's only been 6 minutes. I haven't even got into what come back to me last night. Might not take too long though. What come back to me last night, the reason I stand up, and this is very strong, this was Spirit come to me and placed things together for me. Like I already knew this, but it come back and reiterated for me. Why? Because I've opened myself up and started talking to y'all and bringing the truth to people. Okay? And Spirit, God supports that. So what come back to me was that I stand up for God and the old ways of living and the Bible and everything because I literally went through that process as a man, okay, in my last relationship. And I've done pretty much everything God done. Where God cut down his own people and everything, and he flooded the world and all that shit that happened in the Old Testament. I fucking done all that shit. And I didn't do any of it out of hatred. I did not try to hurt her at all. As a matter of fact, the exact reason that the shit fell apart was the same reason it did in the Bible. I was trying to do everything I could to provide a protective environment and guide her in a loving manner and keep her away from bad shit, right? Okay? I wasn't like trying to oppress her. I was trying to protect her innocence and herself of who she is, her divine essence. Okay? And she didn't trust me. She didn't understand that. She didn't trust me. And she went out and done the same thing that God's people done in the Old Testament. She began listening to all the wrong people. So God's people went out and worshiped false idols. Okay, that's exactly what she fucking done. She went out and talked to all these people who didn't support our relationship. They didn't even know me. And, if she had issues in a relationship, she didn't open up and communicate with me very well about it, which may have been my fault. I'm sure it was. I mean, at least half of it was my fault of the whole fucking thing. But she went out and talked to all the wrong damn people. I mean, basically went out worshiping false idols. People outside of our relationship. And it finally tore us the fuck apart. And literally, after she left me, and actually after she left me and ripped my heart open, I went back into the Bible, and that's when I went into the period of Revelations. So I have lived through the Old Testament. I've experienced that, personally done it and experienced it, as well as all the way through to Revelations. I've had my own revelation. I had my own point, and literally, after she left me, there was a very bad period of a few months where we was still talking. I was still trying to make it work. She was with other people, but still coming back and talking to me, and it was very distressful fucking time, a breaking away period for both of us. And I finally realized, like, the only fucking thing I can do, there's nothing I can do except let her go do what the fuck she needs to do and just send my love with her. Kind of like God sent Christ to the world, and it's like, I love you. I forgive you. I understand what the hell's going on. There's nothing I can do. You're just going to have to figure it out on your own. Right? That's exactly what happened with me and her. Because, see, when I found God and when she first moved in with me, there was a fucking innocent side of her that come out that I'd never seen before. And I guarantee you that side had not come out of her probably since when she was just a little kid before any bad shit happened to her. I mean, there was a goddamn pure, fucking innocent, beautiful side of her. And I wanted to protect that side because that's what a man's supposed to do. When we have children, a man's supposed to goddamn provide a protective environment. Or a woman and man both. You provide a protective environment to protect that innocence. And I done my fucking damnedest trying to do that. But, like children, she didn't understand what I was doing. She didn't understand what was going on. And she had to go out and figure shit out on her own. Okay? So I stand up for God and the Bible, and I ask forgiveness on behalf of men. Okay? I did hurt her. I did hurt her. I didn't fucking mean to, by no means. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing either. I was ignorant as far as understanding women and how women work and shit. And especially in this modern day, you know. I'm kind of old school, so I was like all about the old way. That's why I went through the Old Testament. That's why I understand all that shit, because I was all about the old way of shit. All right? So I understand on a personal basis what God went through. The masculine God, the father God, the one that gets all the fucking bad rap for goddamn oppressing people and all this bad shit that he gets accused of. It's not entirely wrong. Yes, he done that stuff, but it is our lack of understanding of why he done that stuff. He didn't do that out of hatred or to oppress us and hurt us. He done that trying to protect us, trying to keep us from hurting ourselves and becoming corrupted, which is exactly what the fuck has happened. We have become corrupted, men and women both, and lost our innocence and hurt ourselves. Goddamn, we all know it. We're all fucking suffering and struggling, men and women, and have been for quite some time. I mean, the last fucking century has been pretty goddamn rough, right? What the hell I'm gonna put on this shit there? I like my curry powder. That shit's fucking good, man. So that was, I guess, one of the main points, one of the main things that come up to me last night that I definitely wanted to share with y'all. I asked. I've done this 2 nights in a row now. I don't want to jinx myself here, but I lay in bed, and a lot of stuff comes to me when I lay in bed. I don't know, it just does. And one reason I don't sleep, it's like a meditative state or something. But what the fuck? I just looked at my wrist like I had a watch. I have not worn a watch in fucking years, man. Okay. Shit, what was I getting at? I lay in bed and shit comes to me, right? In the last 2 nights, with this one thing in particular, I prayed and asked God. I was like, okay, well, I really like this. Help me to remember this so I can share this with people. And, it come to me this morning. Yesterday, I asked this, or 2 nights ago, I done the same thing with something. And I almost forgot about it until yesterday evening, and then I shared it with y'all. I don't know if I don't think that was in a video, maybe in a post or something. Okay, but this is how Spirit comes to me in many different ways, all right? I am a jack of all trades when it comes to working, when it comes to everything, every aspect of life, buddy. Okay, I'm just kind of open to all different sorts of shit. I do a little bit of mechanic and plumbing, landscaping, about any kind of construction. I run equipment, all right? Well, that fucking aspect of me applies in the spiritual world as well, I dabble in a little bit of medicine, healing. I don't really do man-made medicine. Let me think. Any kind of man-made medicines. I haven't got into man-made medicines. I just don't like that. Pills of any sort. I don't take pills for headaches or nothing. I was trying to think of any kind of man-made medicines to get into. The doctor, I don't think a doctor's a bad thing. I've actually recently thought about going to the doctor. So I get into that side of it a little bit. But I'm more so, as far as the healing aspect of life, I'm very much in the spiritual side of things. But I understand now how the scientific side of things is directly connected to the spiritual side of things. So I'm not opposed to the doctor or nothing at all anymore. So I'm a jack of all trades, and that's just, I don't know, everything in life, all right, in life. That's why I consider myself to be spiritual. I don't like to classify myself with any specific group of people or anything, really. I'm just fucking me. I'm a unique motherfucker, okay? And I think that's going to be good. I think I'm going to let y'all go and get over here and eat. That kind of actually helped at least get me moving. My fucking eyes are still heavy, man. There's, I don't know. I guess I'll deal with this however long I have to. But it's been good. This fast is very good. If anybody wants to fast, right now is a very good time to do it because I think there's a lot of people doing it. My buddy told me about it. They learned heard of it from the church that they go to, and I got online and looked it up. And it's something that I don't know. Maybe the Christian community is doing, just in general. I don't know. I found it online though. It said it started on January 9th. What I looked up, but my buddy they just started it back on the 15th. I started on the 17th. It's a 21-day fast where you eat, but you don't eat meat or lots of bullshit. You eat very, very clean foods. There's a list of foods. If you're interested, just look it up. I recommend it. I highly recommend it. Fasting is incredible. It help you clear out your mind and your body and your toxins and shit. And it just does wonders for you. There's a reason it's been around for thousands of years. So anyways, I guess that was it. Y'all got to make breakfast with me this morning. Hope you have a wonderful day. And I love you. Like and share my shit, please. If you like it, I encourage you to share it. Because I don't speak for myself. I do. I am doing this for myself because I get to open up and be myself, and it helps me. It changes my whole world. But that's how we change the world outside of us. You change your inner world, you change yourself, and the world outside of you follows suit. Okay? So, be good, don't be good. We'll see you.